Hi, first grade. I'm here to do a read aloud for you. And I'm sure that you've seen lots of different kinds of read alouds. Some people like to read what's on the computer. And I know before we started all this distance learning, we had real books. So I decided to choose a silly book that I think that you might enjoy. This book is called Max the Minnow. It's written by William Boniface and illustrated by Don Sullivan. What do you notice about this book? Yeah, so it has googly eyes that move around. So these eyes are going to be on every page. So I want you to watch and see which characters have these eyes. All right? We're reading Max the Minnow, The Adventures of Max the Minnow. Little Max the Minnow sat and watched the big fish play. Now, why do they have all the fun while we just hide away? Remember, a minnow is just like in the game Sharks and Minnows, where they're small little fish. So, settling up his seahorse Sam, he said to all he knew, I'm off to ask some fish I know how I can be big too. What if we had eyes like that? Can you see my eyes? Oh. We don't usually have books that have holes, huh? He went and asked a manta ray, a jazzy friend of his, who told young Max, be cool, little dude, and groove on. Who you is? Next, he saw some blowfish, who right before his eyes huffed and puffed and blew on up to twice their normal size. If you've ever seen a puffer fish, they get small and then drink all this water to get really, really big. Maybe I can puff up too, Max told his seahorse Sam. I'll swim on into sawfish malts and eat until I am. So this is Max the Minnow here. The turtles at the Pizza Cove could not believe their eyes. Anchovies were the only things that Max left off his pies. Look at Max. Why do you think Max wants to try to get bigger? Think about if you were one of the smallest in the whole ocean, would you want to be big too? Let's think. So Max is eating a whole bunch of pizza. They're all surprised that he keeps eating and eating. The octopus at Noodle Hut was equally impressed. He needed all 8 tentacles to keep up with his guest. And yes, he grew. That much was true. But mostly, he got fat. When clownfish classes passed him by, poor Max was snickered at. Why do you think they're all laughing at Max? So Max is over here with his seahorse. It doesn't seem like they're being very kind. Let's keep going. But on he went to Sharky's place and asked, what's good to chew? The best thing on the menu, said the grinning shark, is you! Max did a flip and swam away as fast as he could go, but all the food he'd swallowed down had made him far too slow. You see the shark is coming after him. Oh no! But as he fled, it dawned on Max that brains mean more than bulk. He spied a hole where sharks don't fit and slipped out through the hulk. So now it seems like Max is starting to realize that it doesn't matter how big or how small he is. It matters about how much we know and what we can do. Now Max has learned, as you should too, that big fish aren't just made. It's what you do with what you've got that helps you make the grade. So Max, throughout this whole book, was trying to change himself because he wanted to be bigger. Here's the back cover as well. But after what he went through with the shark, he realized that he's got to work with what he has, and that's what's going to get him far. So first grade, everyone is different, and I hope that you learned the same lesson that Max did. This was The Adventures of Max the Minnow. Thank you.